Not a good. Hello.
Hopefully this will work. We're not so sure how great it's going to be, but we'll hang till we can't hang anymore. So hopefully you guys are getting this.
Seeing and hearing is what she means,
Yeah.
not like getting the gist of.
Yeah, are you seeing and hearing us?
We're still traveling.
Mhm.
We are at the Red Lion Inn pub. It's the Red Lion Pub and Inn, I think.
I think that's what it is.
And I've kind of mucked with the colors a little bit because it was really the
really
light is
yellow
very,
in
very
here.
golden.
It is. It's kind of well, it's an old building, and they've done a really, really nice job with it.
Yeah, and actually the room is quite comfortable. We've got a king bed.
Mhm.
It's very comfortable. We slept really great. Yay, TS, it's good to see you. Yeah, we're just kind of popping up here and there. Oh, good, Barbara hears us. Leanne says it's so good to hear from both of us.
Yay.
So I put out a little something on Facebook, I think just on my personal part, about York, which is where we spent 2 nights in York.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was awesome. We're going to go live, and we were staying in this really cool, yes, TS, we are in the UK. We thought we were in Portsmouth, but we are in where?
Cosham.
Cosham, which is right near, I think it's like 4 or 5 miles from Portsmouth.
It's the train station. It's like 2 train stations before Portsmouth and South Harbor. So
I didn't understand that either. Hey, Diana and Debbie and CJ, yay! CJ, we've been talking about you the whole time.
We have. We had such a great, amazing time with you, and we can't wait to do it again.
Indeed. And the meals we had with you, I would say, are by far the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
We've done okay here. And actually here, we're just kind of, like I said, I thought we were in Portsmouth. We made a lot of hotel reservations all at once. So while we are not sorry about this, there's no air conditioning, but there's windows open. So that's worked out pretty well.
Yep. Plus we have our handy dandy fan that we brought with us that has turned out to be like the best thing that we could have brought with us.
Really, really awesome. Actually, we needed it in
Watford.
Yeah, Watford Holiday Inn Express.
It had air conditioning, but it wasn't very functional.
Yeah. So, but it was good. Edinburgh was great, and we only saw just a smidge of it. And then we went to York, and we didn't know like about the shambles or anything. And it was just amazing.
Yeah, it was like being dropped in Diagon Alley, like the real Diagon Alley. It was really cool, and it was just amazing. Being from the States, you know, we don't have buildings that are that old, and we had tea in a 700-year-old building, and
it was
all
crazy.
The buildings there were old like
and
that.
Everything's tiny. The people there must have been tiny.
They were tiny like us.
Well, I think they were tinier this way, this way, and this way. But we just kind of stumbled upon it, and we stayed in a really neat old hotel there that had a lot of Art Deco. We got it on points.
Yeah, so, thank you, Hilton.
Yeah, so it was very smancy, and the shower was I've never seen a little note that said, oh, and what do they call it? Please only use your monsoon shower at 3/4 strength.
Yeah.
And I was like, where am I? Where am I?
But it was
CJ
cool.
said she's been missing us. We've been missing you as well.
Yeah.
And we really just had a great time. Oh, Leanne says she ordered one of those fans.
Oh, Leanne, it is. We use it all night. We have to charge it up each day. But it lasts all night long.
It does. And even when we were on the Cunard for a little while, we were using it some too. And it was really, it's nice because it's so expandable. Debbie says, hope you're having an awesome time. And I'm trying to do more. We've taken a lot of pictures and a lot of videos that we haven't put up yet. We haven't put up anything about Edinburgh yet. CJ let us get a few select photos, of which I will probably try to pick only one or two.
You may see a hand, a CJ hand, or
Like-
maybe a shoulder.
Because she was like, no pictures. And I'm like, very few pictures. How about that? Very few. So we're still in the UK. Tomorrow we get on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And, Leanne says she's buying a travel van. It will be so well used.
Yeah.
And Diane, it's great to see you as well. We're just kind of popping up in our hotel room with incredibly bad lighting. I have 2 lights, but there's just no fighting. There's no fighting this lighting.
We've got stuff bouncing off the ceiling and everything.
So that
There's a light. Well,
there's one light back here. Here, let's see. Can you see
that
it?
one.
That's our light.
That's
in the
like one of
room.
those.
Oh, no. Cancel.
That's one of those like headboard lights. So if you read at night, you know.
Oh, yeah, the ones you see. And I have 2 of those pointing up to the ceiling to kind of bounce down. And
Yeah.
Kelly Young, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get to see as much of Edinburgh as I would like to see. And actually, I would like to see more of Scotland. I'd like to see like the Isle of Skye and the Highlands and
Yeah.
just
I think
so much more.
next trip may be like an entire Scotland trip, or at least definitely more days in Scotland.
Yeah, I think we need at least a week.
Mm-hmm.
But and when is that trip going to be? I have no idea.
We have no idea.
We haven't even gotten halfway through this one yet.
Yeah, we're almost to the halfway mark.
We are. And what we've done, since we're not in Portsmouth, which I thought we were going to be like right by the water, I think what happened, either I've made the perfect distance in the Southampton to the cruise port instead of this one. But
You might have got the 2 screwed up because you were doing them both at the same time.
It's very, very possible. But it ended up being, count me, it was a good thing.
It was an amazing thing.
Because I don't know if you guys can tell, I don't have a hedgehog on my head anymore. We both got haircuts
Got little
today.
haircuts from the most lovely young lady who was working at a barber shop.
Yeah, and so we just kind of popped in and said, do you do lady hair? And she's like, sure. And someone's asking to see the fan. And so, it has a base, and it has
and it rotates, it oscillates. Oscillates. And it has a remote control.
Oh, hi, Georgia.
It just charges on a USB-C, and
Let me see if I can.
it does take about 6 or 7 hours to fully charge. But if you just leave it charging all day long and then use it at night like we do, it's perfect.
And I'll try and find it again so I can give it to you guys. Let's see. Travel fan. Cheryl picked it out real quick last time.
Yeah, it's
I wasn't really.
It's the one with the little leather-esh.
It's not real leather, but
Prime Love. Prime Love is the brand.
okay. Let me see, because of course there's 800.
It's model PF11
Wait,
Pro.
Prime Love travel fan.
PF11 Pro.
They're not really giving me those sorts of things.
I think it was back. Is it that one?
I don't know. Was it around? I thought it was cheaper than 54.
Well, because it was on the Prime Day.
So is this it?
Does it say? No, that one doesn't have the right handle. Okay. Oh wait, yes it does.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Or wait, let's see. Sorry guys, I'm sure. Well, this is the 30.
4-speed setting, remote control.
This one?
That might.
I think this is the one. You know what? I'm going to give you guys the link to the Prime Love set, and that way you can look at all of them.
But this one gets really tall. Like, it gets about 3 feet tall. And it works, and it does its little thing. You could also put it on a desk, or you could put it on a nightstand. And it folds up tiny into a little round circle.
Yeah, and so you can fit into a bag or your suitcase or something like that.
It's
so,
not light. It adds weight to whatever your bag is, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it. Oh, Lori, thank you so much. Says we look amazing, having a wonderful time. What started our travel adventures? I turned 60 this year, and this is my 60th extravaganza.
Such an extravaganza.
And we are starting a new channel. It's just right now when we're at home, normally if I did something like this, or if I knew we're on really great internet, we'd go live on both channels. So please go ahead and follow the Plant-Based Explorers, plural, on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And so we will be putting up some more stuff there. Cheryl we've been trying. We've really scheduled quite a lot.
Yeah, we didn't really realize like how time was going to get away from us so much. And it wasn't as easy to work on the trains as we thought it was going to be either.
It was horrible to work on the trains.
Trains here are very, very packed. And even if you...
It's just the internet was really crappy.
The internet was crappy. And
I was finally working on the one from York here. Mm-hmm. And like it would take 10 minutes to pull up a web page. Mm-hmm. And then I'd go click, click. And then 5 minutes. And then click.
And if it wasn't internet, we were so packed in that we couldn't really pull anything out.
Yeah, we're learning a lot, and it's really good. So, like, while it sounds like we're complaining, we're not complaining. Mm-hmm. I love the train rides. Mm-hmm. We've been a little stressed because we have a little bit too much luggage, mm-hmm. which hopefully this will serve us to have less luggage on the next trip.
We did opt for from Edinburgh to York. We did. Was it Edinburgh to York? No, it was
York.
York to King's Cross Station. We did first class. And I have to admit, it was worth every penny.
It was on the Elner.
On the Elner.
So we had a lounge, mm-hmm. and I had a little tea. They had Oatly mm-hmm. there. Everything was very clearly marked. I went to the bathroom. You could even come out and say, I need a package for somebody. It had a name on there, and they would give you a little period package without you having to embarrass yourself by saying the word tampon out loud or anything like that.
And it was a lovely lounge, and we met this wonderful lady who whose daughter lived in the Raleigh-Durham area at one point, and so she was familiar with our area. And we were a little nervous about how to get over to the platform where the train was coming. And she walked with us and went on the elevator with us and took us all the way and made sure that we got on the right car and everything. So
everyone has still been so nice. Like even when we got our haircut, at first I felt a little more comfortable asking the lady barber, which I know saying that makes me sound like I'm 800 years old. But I was like, look. Because we've been seeing all these, like, 20-something barber guys, and I'm like, I don't know. And so with her, and I'm like, and we had such a lovely conversation, and she pointed out some things for us to do tomorrow, and it was just great. Leanne says we look so happy and rested. Oh, we look marvelous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anne says, can you mail things home? Possibly.
That's on the radar.
And you say it L-N-E-R.
L-N-E-R. L-N-E-R. L-N-E-R. Oh.
Oh, that.
L-N-E-R, just like it's spelled.
Oh.
We all know. We just
CJ,
said we're on the Elmer.
CJ saves us from ourselves.
We're on the Elmer. We're on first class. But it was so much easier.
We had a nice vegan curry.
Yeah, it was great.
It really was. At first I was like, why are you doing this? Why should we be first class? Then I'm like, oh, they're feeding us.
They're feeding us, and we didn't really have time to eat breakfast that morning, and so they fed us. And the only thing they didn't have on that one, and the lady that walked us to the train was a little upset about, was they at first said that there would be no catering service. And she was incredibly upset because she said, this is what we pay for. Mm-hmm. And so she talked to the manager on the way out about, what was going to be there. And all it meant was they didn't have drinks. They had all the food and snacks and stuff, but they didn't have anything but bottled water.
Which was fine trip. With us.
We were happy with that.
Aw, thank you, Lori. And you guys, my real birthday was in April. I'm just celebrating all year. It's
a whole year birthday this year.
So nobody missed anything.
But it was really nice, and it was much easier for us to deal with our luggage in first class.
My feet didn't touch the floor. The chairs it's too much space. Too much space.
But with the first class, we were actually able to put our suitcases behind our seats.
It was lovely.
And then we just had to put the backpacks up above, and it was so much easier.
'Cause
trying to get off.
Yeah. Well, right now we're still traveling with 2 suitcases. 1 suitcase each, 1 big backpack. She's got a medium-sized backpack, and I have this Cunard rolly bag.
So we each have 2 suitcases,
3.
2 backpacks, and then we each have another bag each. So.
And hand me my new thing. I'm not sure where this is going. I'm rearranging my bag.
What new thing?
The wines.
Oh.
So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get any non-alcoholic wine, and there was a Tesco. And I was looking, and I'm like, I bet they're not going to have anything. And they have so much. They actually had, I almost got some of that. There was a strawberry lime cider, like 0% hard cider, which I know doesn't make any sense. So it's not like just cider you drink.
I am all about the 0% cider, Thatcher's cider that they have on the Cunard. Like, it is so delicious.
It really is.
And I haven't been able to find it anywhere here.
I haven't seen it yet, but we might see it when we're in London. When we're like we're just in a town where people live.
Yep, and it's actually kind of nice just being in a town where somebody lives. And the funny thing is, we booked our ticket from York to Portsmouth South Harbor, or South Sea, Portsmouth South Sea Station, which is not the harbor station, it's the stop before that. And coming, we stopped like every 5 minutes during the last like 45 minutes. And we realized today when we went for a walk down right across from here, and they have this area where the streets are just where you can walk down the middle of the street. Cars don't come down that section. And as we were walking, we saw in the distance the train lights going, and then we saw the train station sign, and we realized
we went past it,
that we could have got off at Cosham and just rolled our bags up the sidewalk and been right here.
It would have been easier, and perhaps...
And we wouldn't have had to deal with the lift being broken at the station.
A nice boy helped us with some of our stuff.
He was very sweet.
I wished we'd had like pounds. At that point, I had nothing to give him but a thank you.
Yeah.
And I don't think that did him any good at this point.
Yeah.
So today yesterday even we walked around a little bit, and then we ate in the pub downstairs. They have vegan pizza. They have vegan mushroom tacos, a mushroom wrap,
They
vegan
have all
burger.
sorts of vegan stuff.
This morning I had avocado toast with mushrooms and...
They did not have... This is the oddest thing. They have all this vegan food, but they did not have a non-dairy milk, which was weird. But we were okay, because we just had tea, and we just...
And in York, I had Yorkshire tea for the first time. And I'm like, that is not the tea that I know of.
That stuff was like coffee.
It was very similar. And so... Even we had English breakfast tea, which I don't usually drink. And so I just put some sugar in it, honestly. And I was like, I'll be fine. And And it's interesting. It's a different beverage than what I have been exposed to. So it's like a real kick you in the head and wake you up in the morning.
And as fate would have it, where we ended up here, she must have somehow generated the universe to put us here, because as we walked across the street to see what was there, both sides of the road were lined with charity shops.
It's true, CJ. So today there were like 6 of them at least.
Yeah.
In like a block and a half or 2 blocks maybe.
Yeah. Grab my pants and show CJ.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
And then so I thought this would be fancy to have non-alcoholic Malbec. And it's like, our de-alcoholized Malbec delivers a full-bodied experience. Blah, 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 blah. Aromas of ripe blackberries, plums, and a hint of violet. Rich dark fruits, including black cherry and blueberry, complemented by a subtle note of chocolate. So supposedly it shouldn't taste like grape juice. And then we got this one because
it had a dog.
Can you guess why? Is that the cutest dog? And I love that it's not guilty. It's a Pinot Grigio, and it says, feeling naughty but want to be good. This not guilty crew has you covered with a range of full-flavored wines that will leave you pleading not guilty. I have not, T.S., had Trader Joe's black breakfast tea, but I would suspect it's pretty close. Hand me my cow thing. We'll show you some stuff we got at the thrift store.
Now, I have no clue how this is going to get home.
I know, because this is not glass. Look! It's actually, and I think it's signed by the artist. So this is a print. This is a print, and that's the signature on the print. But then look, that part's signed, and I found it. And these are the Scottish Highland cows, and supposedly this is the child who likes sports. So I don't really understand the traffic cone hat. So
CJ might be able to.
Can you give me some? So it's and the frame part, it's just plastic, so it'll actually just do really well. And let's see if you can see these. They have little insects in them. Are they not the cutest little things? Gigi! Oh, Gigi says, I love Tesco. They have plenty of vegan products. I know. And this is just like a little small one. Okay. And Cheryl got herself some...
Oh, CJ's going to love those.
Some pants. And I know I'm very close to you, so... These will be
They're plaid.
Some nice plaid, woolish kind of. I don't know. They're not real wool, but they're something. I don't know, but they look dressy.
Yeah, and they were like brand new. So.
They are like brand new. Lori says, "Are you sharing photos?" We are sporadically. We're hoping to do a little bit more. So tomorrow we get on Scarlet Lady, the Virgin Cruise, and then we go to Amsterdam, Bergen, Lerwick, and Iceland. We have 2 sea days, so Cheryl's going to try and get out a couple of videos. So be sure you're following here and over on the Plant-Based Explorers. Usually that's where we would put this content.
Yeah.
But...
we can't stream to both channels right now because it's just not enough juice on the internet.
And hey, Apple, and Healing Coos. Yeah, because that was one of the things. It's like the McCoos. Okay, now I get it. CJ says, statues in Scotland often end up with a traffic cone hat after a drunken night out.
Okay.
Now it makes sense. I knew there must be something. Yep. And that's what Apple's saying too.
That's awesome.
It's a cone placed on the statue of the Duke of Wellington in Glasgow. Is that?
It's the statue, yeah.
Okay, and then there's one on the little cow's head.
Yeah.
But it was like £2.
Yeah, it was.
So, and I actually found it on the on the internet because I
My
like
pants
his
were
style.
only 2 pounds.
So yeah,
And they're like probably a good $50 pair of pants.
yeah. No, those are really nice pants. So we will be sharing more photos. We got a little sick. We got a little better.
Why'd you say that? Now I'm going to start coughing.
We're still coughing, and because there's not a big airflow right now, like I'm getting a little hot, so there could be some coughing.
Oh, and then Kathy was saying today when we were eating our breakfast down in the pub that maybe we should have probably had a whole segment of me trying to figure out rugby today.
I'll post that picture. She looks so, like I just took a couple. She's like, and so I was enjoying myself just watching her being confused. Like I could see a little rugby back there. I don't understand any of the sports balls. None of them.
Well, I was like, they did this thing where 2 of them pick up a guy and shove him in the air and then he catches the ball. And I'm like, that seemed like that should be cheating. But then both teams were doing it and nobody said anything. So I was like, wow, that's interesting. Because they just like toss him up like he's a cheerleader. And then he just grabs it. And then they catch him and put him down. I mean, it was really weird. I just have never seen anything like that.
She'd be like,
And I guess I was making all sorts of weird faces and stuff because she was getting a kick out of it. So,
yeah, no, it was really fun. And it's kind of interesting because the barber, she said, do you have things like pubs?
mm-hmm.
And we don't really.
Mm-mm.
We have bars. We have bar restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have, like, one of the things I've noticed downstairs is, like, I think there was, like, a 90-some-year-old woman who came in to have some tea and watch the rugby.
Mm-hmm.
There were young guys screaming. There were well-behaved men. But all different kinds of people dressed really super fancy. People dressed really down. And it seems like
people with their posh little dogs with
and they let dogs in. So they're just inside hanging out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, give me your dog. Give me
Let
your
me
dog.
hold that dog while you eat.
Right? I'm like, I'll babysit that dog. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? And I'm trying to like restrain myself.
Yeah, because there's so many of them and they're so cute.
Oh, they're so cute. But like CJ was saying, and I put these up, that she's seen Queen Victoria with the traffic cone hat, and
that's
Apple
awesome.
says it's traveled to Vancouver.
Oh, nice.
Hello, one Anti-Venom. And Apple played rugby.
Wow.
Apple, you're more of a badass than I
Yeah.
thought you were.
That's just insane. Like, there was where we were just like going, well, how does this work? Because they all just pile up on top of each other and nobody really like, moves down the field too much. Because it's like every 2 feet they're piled up on top of each other. And it was just, I don't know, I was fascinated by it for a good hour. I think I was fascinated by it.
And I feel like yesterday and today. So yesterday we were tired and changing trains, and thank you so much, CJ, for suggesting we take a cab because we would have just been screwed because we were exhausted even after taking the cab.
We could not have made it from King's Cross to.
Oh, Debbie says that it's a thing. That tossing a guy up like a cheerleader in rugby is called a line out. So it's a thing.
All right. So we had to go from King's Cross Station to the W one.
Gonna get some water.
What's the name of the Waterloo Station? So we had to go to the Waterloo Station, and so it was, with all our luggage, that was going to be kind of a little impossible with the traveling on the tube kind of thing, and we didn't want to even like attempt that. So CJ suggested that we just take a cab, and that turned out to be the very best thing. We got off the train. We were immediately outside in the cab queue. We got in a taxi like almost immediately. The guy driving us we probably could have got there in 15 minutes instead of 30 because he drove like an absolute madman.
He really did. It was like, whoomp.
I mean,
Whoomp.
and our luggage was flying back and forth in the cab, and then like I'd look out the front window and there would be a car coming right at us, and then he'd like veer off this way, and I was just like, oh my God. So I had to close my eyes at some point and just like,
more in here.
but he dropped us off right at the door. And the door he dropped us off at was right where the line of trains was that ours was going to be one of those platforms. So we didn't have to go up or down. The bathroom was a bit of a challenge there. The bathroom was way far away. You had to go like, oh man, it was way far away.
Way far. And the thing
then
is,
when you got
Cheryl's stomach was upset.
And I was like, come on.
And so she had to go take a couple of trips there.
And so I'm going as fast because the guy's like, oh, it's on the other side of the Starbucks. And I'm like, I don't even see a Starbucks. So I just walked down that, and then I see the Starbucks sign. I'm like, okay. So I'm hoofing, and then I turn the corner, and then I realize I got to go downstairs. And there's a line all the way down the stairs.
There are a lot of toilet stalls, but it's very chaotic in that.
Oh, and I didn't tell you that that this thing happened, and I thought it was very sweet, but I told him that was okay. There was a gay guy that was going to take me into the men's bathroom.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
that is, because I was looking, I was thinking you should have just gone in there.
And he was like, come on, girlfriend, and I was like, I should just stay over here. So I was too nervous to go, follow some strange gay man into the bathroom. So.
Oh, I would follow a strange gay man into a bathroom in a heartbeat.
But I mean, he was very sweet.
I'd be like, will you be my door?
Because he was like, don't wait in that line, come on. And I was like, no, it's okay. And he was like, all right. And then
sometimes you get the family treatment.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it's okay. It's moving pretty fast. But I thought that was very sweet that, he was going to guard me in the bathroom.
Yes, that is very nice. So. One Anti-Venom says, are y'all still on a boat? We haven't been on a boat for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's just about time to get back on.
Yeah.
So tomorrow by like 2 o'clock, we'll be on a boat. We'll be on the Scarlet Lady.
We'll be home on the Scarlet Lady with all of our friends that we met in April.
Yeah, so we've been on the Scarlet Lady twice. We pretty much know the layout, the food. It's going to be very familiar. One of the things that we've noticed, and you guys tell me if you had a similar experience when you traveled about. So like CJ, you were in Canada and then you were in Scotland again. Apple, you've been everywhere, and a lot of other of you have as well. I feel like the food is heartier and more filling. And I don't just mean, like that's if I get a potato.
Like the potatoes seem more potato-y. I don't know
they're
how to.
Dense.
They're denser or
they're
something.
They're very dense and super filling. Like we breed Idaho potatoes to be like light and fluffy, right? Like the baked potato to us is this light, fluffy thing, and this is like we were at in York. Where was the crazy pub? The first one that got us to go out. What was it called?
Oh,
It's called a crazy name.
It was the
the
trembling something.
Murderer or something?
No, the trembling.
Okay, I'm going to look in pictures and see.
All right. It was the name. We saw the name and we're like, we're going there. And
that's not what I want to do. Can you help me better? Thank you. Sometimes you just have to talk to your phone in a stern way. And then... And the other thing, we didn't know about the Ghosts of York.
The Ghosts of York were awesome.
And we found just the coolest stores. And
Oh, Mr. Chippy.
We didn't get to go to Mr. Chippy. They had, once again, vegan fish and chips. And our stomachs were a little messed up in York, I think. I don't think it's York's fault. I think just everything felt so heavy.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, like I had soup and potatoes at this place, which was good. Here we go. And actually, soup, potato. And I know you can't really see this very well. And it came with some bread and some vegan butter, which I didn't even use. and Cheryl got a vegan sausage roll there. And I've got to get to where the name is. Trembling Madness.
Yeah.
Trembling Madness Pub.
It was the House of Trembling Madness. And as soon as we saw the name, we were like, "Yep, that's our place. We need to go there."
And you can't. They marked actually all the beers and wines that were vegan. It was really, really cool. And so on the menu, they had these double cooked potatoes. I don't know if you can, let's see, can you see that a little better? Not really. Not with how I've blown it out for everything else. So they had, at first I didn't think we could get potatoes because they said potatoes and duck fat. Bottom it says a vegetarian option. And so I ate potatoes and some soup and a little bit of bread. And you would have thought I went to Indian buffet.
I ate half.
Like my stomach was so full.
I don't eat a lot these days anyhow, but I ate a half of a vegan sausage roll, and that was all I could eat. I was stuffed, and I don't even think we ate dinner that night. Because
no, that was
like at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and we were not hungry again. I think we had some tea somewhere, and that was it.
Yeah, we did. We had some tea. So it's very interesting. And so actually, Apple says, Cheryl, I was thinking of you this morning as I did some research for a new steam cleaner. I hope you found a good one.
Yeah.
Randy says, I think the food in Europe is much better than the U.S. And Nikki says the best places to visit are the ones tourists never see. Absolutely.
It's true, yeah.
And we're kind of doing
a little bit of that.
A mix. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in York also the next day we ate, they had a vegan scone in this the old building.
It's like 700 years old building.
And we had to go up the stairs. And
These
it was
little narrow stairs.
It was so cute. And then later on, I wanted to get some tea, so we went to the Earl Grey Tea House. And they had a couple of vegan options.
And we thought it was just going to be this little, like, few seats in the front of the house kind of thing. And as we walked in, there was a whole hidden garden area in the back that was just amazing. And so we kept finding these little, like, nooks and crannies and places that were just kind of off the beaten track a little bit.
Right. And I only put up a little bit of things. Cheryl's going to put up a video and you'll see, like, I felt tall.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of cool. Excuse me. But then, yeah, we were in that garden and there was all this lavender and it was just like this, it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And so it's very neat. And there's the store that's like the Ghosts of York, and it's an Instagram thing, evidently. Yeah. We didn't know. I might have bought some ghosts for gifts and at least 4 to 6 for our own personal usage.
We may have overdid the ghost buying, but they're cute and they're all different sizes, and they're actually like these, I don't know what they're made out of, but they feel like stone, but they're not, and they're all painted differently.
But they're molded out of the same thing.
Yeah, and then they're painted, they said a lot of them are painted in reference to some of the ghost stories of York. So,
but we did get one for our friend that looks like a trans ghost. It's got trans colors, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah. We got some spooky ones. We've got a few for gifts too. They were not real expensive, but we had to wait 45 minutes in line to get into the these stores are teeny. Maybe 4 people could be in there at the same time. Mm-hmm. And there's dozens and dozens of ghosts painted different ways, so everybody's looking for the one. Like, and not even just like, this one's white with a speck on it. It's like different colors, mm-hmm. different vibes. Okay, I think we're back now.
Can you guys see us and hear us?
Let us know if it looks like we are back live, so hopefully it's in the same place. And you guys will find us, because it would have looked that way. This is what happens when we're on unreliable internet, and this is why we are not trying to stream at 2 channels at once, for sure.
Yeah, can you guys, somebody give us a thumbs up or let us know if you can see and hear us again?
It may take them a minute to get back in on everything. Let's see. Tia said, yeah, the potatoes. And CJ says, okay, they're looking. So I think they're waiting. So they should see us at some point. Because it says we're live again.
Yeah, it says we're live.
So fingers crossed that you guys can see us. There are different varieties of potatoes for different recipes. Yeah, for Matt. Same in the U.S. Some dense, some more fluffy. But I felt like the potatoes that we had would be close to what I would think of as a yellowfin potato, which would be a dense, waxy potato. And back then gone. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Only like the densest yellowfin I've ever had. Like the potatoes, they were delicious. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, like tonight we ate some Chinese food, and I probably ate the most I've eaten in a little while. You're just gonna check to see if you can see us on the phone. Hello, goodbye. Well, hopefully, if it will work, we'll keep going for a while longer. If not, we'll shut down. Oh, I thought you were going to look on there. Did you just look?
I just plugged in the phone to make sure we weren't losing internet.
Okay. Yay. Well, go have fun gardening, Lori.
Yeah. I'm going to try to see.
Yeah, Nikki says, what a fabulous trip. Great destinations. Yeah, we've had a really, really good time on and off.
Are we back or?
It just, here. Well,
I'm trying to get to YouTube. And
I know. Here, just let me do it. You talk for a minute. No, I'll do it on my own phone.
All right.
Well, it's just you're taking a really long time. And I'm just vamping and vamping and vamping.
I see us, but I think there's a big delay.
Okay. Well, can you talk?
There's a big delay because I can see us and it's like 5 minutes ago.
Well, there's always going to be that kind of delay. That's what live video is about. It's about my bedtime. I'm feeling a little cranky.
We're back. We're back.
It's just like it doesn't take 15 minutes to get to where you click the YouTube to look to see if it's live or not.
It does me.
Sometimes.
It took me a minute to find it. Look, you still haven't found it.
I'm looking right at it. And I'm just vamping and vamping and vamping. See?
I see us, but I think there's a big delay.
Okay. Well,
Oh, gosh. Internet. Please don't be so stupid.
okay. Well, let's see. We'll probably wind it up in a minute just because it looks like the internet's starting to crap out. We're not even using the internet of the
Oh, TS says can hear and see. Yay.
we're not using the guest Wi-Fi where we are. We're using our Pixel Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay. All right. So we'll try a little bit more, and if not, we won't frustrate you.
So we were talking about the ghosts, and the ghosts were cool.
Oh, I
We went into this shop. Where's your baby? We went into this alchemist store.
So cool.
That was so cool and had this big giant dragon that looked like the dragon that was in Neverending Story.
Let me see. I might.
And so Kathy's looking to see.
Well, this is the one that
You can kind of
that's
see
in the
it.
store,
Uh-huh.
and it moves. It's big.
It's moving, and it's really cool. And Kathy got
This is mine.
a little stuffed one, a little stuffed dragony guy.
Someone to sleep with since the cats aren't sleeping with me. But he's so
But
cute.
it was fun,
Look at
and
his
we
nose.
got some cologne,
We
and
did.
we got what else did we get there? You got
I got
bunches.
some lip balm and some hand lotion. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to support that. It was just such a cool, magical experience. And like, when you see the video, they even have some books with like little eyes that move and stuff.
Yeah, it's very cleverly done, and it's super super cute. And then there's another place that's like a potion shop, but they actually sell like drinks. And so their main staple is this buttery beer kind of thing that they sell.
And they do a whole...
And they do this whole show when they make them, and it's kind of cute.
And these are some of the ghosts. And so they have you take pictures of it in this black and white paper house. And I'll try and get you one that's not just black or white, so you can kind of... This one is marbled. It reminds me of a Death Eater.
And what was the lady calling the straws? The paper sword of destiny or something like that?
Now it's time for the
paper sword of destiny.
Paper straw of destiny. So that's the little trans ghost that I got for a friend. So, and there were just tons. Here's another angle, because I know you want to see it more up close. I know you're like, why do you show me these things, Kathy? Because I just can't help myself.
They're super cute.
And just the whole place was just really neat.
And it felt very, it felt very, like I said before, like kind of Diagon Alley, kind of, you know, the way that the shops.
It's dark and magical and old.
And we also learned some stuff too, because I learned that the reason that the stores had overhangs, so the stores that have these large,
you may not want to talk about
large window shelves, and the reason they had overhangs was because back then when they sold meat, the sun wouldn't get on the meat. And that was why the buildings were built that way, to cover those shelves.
She likes history.
I like history.
I don't like to know about the animal things.
She doesn't.
And so Tia says, how will you get all your treasures back home? Did you bring an empty bag with you? So I had a bag, and then I kind of turned it in for this Cunard bag. And in fact, the Cunard bag will
it gets bigger. It gets taller.
So it's got like three levels, and we're at this level.
You're
then I
at
can
level
open
2. Level 2, yeah.
No, that's level 1.
Is that level 1? Oh, so you've got two more levels.
Yeah, so I have almost twice as much bag. So right now all the ghosts are in there, because those are the most unwieldy. The pants I can probably even fit with a few things. That picture is not very big or unwieldy. If it was glass, if it was a really nice frame, I'd be worried. But it's not. It's just like a plexiglass frame. And I just really want the print, so I'm going to use that to protect it. And my suitcase isn't even zipped out.
So it can just go between clothes and it'll probably be fine.
It'll be fine. So the things I've gotten at thrift stores, I've gotten a couple of just little tchotchke things, a couple of
Oh, did you show them the little...
Yeah, you gave them to me already, and I don't know where you put them. We showed, that was all at the very beginning, so if you didn't see our thrift haul. Bless you.
The window's open, so now I'm getting... There's a lot of smoking here, which is weird to me.
There is a lot of smoking. Oh, that's great. One Annie Venom says, I'm forever shoving my phone in friends' faces because animal pictures. Well, and hopefully we'll have some time tomorrow, because like we don't really need to go off and get to know the boat. We'll probably go off and sit somewhere and work. Is the idea. We should be getting on fairly early.
Yeah.
Virgin cruises leave later than the other ships, so they're usually the last ones. Don't touch on those wheels. They're nasty.
Sorry.
We've been going through the city.
Yeah.
And now I'm glad we have shoe bags and stuff like that.
Yeah. Me too.
But what else? Today we just wandered around, and we've just been in just like a neighborhood. And that's been kind of fun. We went into a different pub, and I had some vegan sausage and peas. And I had a non-alcoholic cider that was strawberry and lime and delicious.
Yeah, that one, it even smelled like fresh strawberries.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was a good one. And then we had Chinese for dinner at what must be the most happening place in town, and we didn't realize it. That place was packed. And it was really good. And what else did we do today? That's it. We just kind of walked around.
We just
and went to
wandered
charity
around.
shops.
So, like, literally, we went downstairs, had our breakfast and tea, she watched rugby, and I watched her watch rugby. And we've been checking on a couple of issues. So, there's something going wrong in ThriveCart for affiliates, so that doesn't affect you guys who are in Kathy's Cooking Club or anything like that. Oh, that was supposed to get fixed. One anti-venom, will you send me an email to Kathy Hester, or actually
I
send...
thought I fixed that. Oh, if you downloaded the book when it first came out, you may need to download it again and see if, because
Let me see if I can look really quick. If I can find it in my downloads right now. This is what happens when I'm not prepared for things. July 1 draft, July 6 draft.
yeah,
Let's see if it's fixed in that one.
That's the one I think that I put up.
No,
it's fixed
that's
in.
not a PDF.
That's a
just,
cover.
Yep, that's just a cover. Yeah, I'll have to download it again.
It's
It's not here.
probably on mine. Let me look.
That's something different. But yes, so that did get fixed.
Dum-dum-dum, dum-dum. Oh, that's not right. Do.
And Apple says, I like hearing about the Diagon Alley stuff. Doesn't filling up with the awe and wonder reservoir feel good? Yes, it does. Especially with all the crazy just going on in the world right now. Just to go someplace that we weren't even expecting to be magical in that way made it even more magical. But there were definitely like lots of different little cool shops. There was a Harry Potter shop. It was very similar, CJ. And CJ, I'm sure you've been and seen the shambles. But CJ also took us to another place that looked very Diagon Alley-like as well in Edinburgh that was pretty magical. They had a couple of similar magic wizardy shops as well. And Cheryl's going to be looking for a long time.
No, I just can't figure out what order everything's in here.
Here, go up to...
I'm looking for PDFs. There we go.
In your search?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't do this.
No, it's not. It needed my command.
It just... Okay. So why don't you talk for a minute about this?
Hold on, I got it. I just had to get to my downloads.
Okay. I'm impatient.
You are.
It's
so
10:34 here, and I'm about ready to go call it a nappy nap time. Maybe take a shower.
Here it is.
Okay, so hand me your computer. And why don't you talk about what you thought about the magical spaces?
Oh, I was really like, just everything. I just felt like, well, also the history stuff. Just trying to wrap my head around how old these buildings were that I was sitting in or that I was around. And just because here or at home, things are not that old. And I think maybe 250 years is about as old as I've seen anything at home. I have seen some stuff in the Williamsburg area that, was from the 1600s, but it was just basically spikes sticking out of the ground, and where they've been, doing archaeology stuff because the buildings were all destroyed, and that whole place was destroyed by Indians. And so, I mean, that's kind of the oldest stuff I've seen. And so to actually be in the presence of something with that much history and just that old, like just the sheer workmanship of things, that it's still standing, that it's
Wait, that's not right.
just amazing to me. And the fact that people here appreciate their history and appreciate the older things, and they don't, the first thing they do is they fix something. They don't try to just tear it down and act like it didn't exist. And I feel like in America, a lot of times when something gets old, instead of preserving it, it gets tore down for something better, bigger and better to be built. And that's not always a good thing. I think, the history should be preserved. And I love that they do that. And I also love,
Still needs correcting.
I also love how they also mix old and new together and make it mesh, so it all looks like it belongs together. And you don't have all of a sudden in the middle of like 700-year-old buildings, you don't have this like modern tower of glass and metal. I think that's awesome too. And I think there's something actually magical about being able to just like touch a wall that's 700 years old. I don't know. It's just the history buff in me, I guess, I find all that magical.
Yeah, and we just, like, I go and I feel a place. CJ and I talked about that some too. And like I will say, Edinburgh felt better, or felt different than York. Both of them had some darkness to them. Like, it's a lot like when I'm talking about spices and spice blends, about all those different things. And so it kind of comes together. It definitely feels, there doesn't seem to be a darkness here that, or this, York, maybe it wasn't so much dark, it's like I felt rooted into the earth in both of in Edinburgh and that. So maybe the darkness wasn't deep, dark, scary stuff, though I'm sure that exists any place. But it just, York especially, somehow I just felt grounded in from the waist down, just in the earth. And it felt really good. It was a little disconcerting too, to feel that different. But that's kind of when I'm looking at things for magical. And then I turn around and I'm like, there are ghosts and dragons and all of this stuff that I just love. And like, it was kind of magical in that you could get vegan bao buns and vegan ramen bowls in this same little area that had all these magical things in old tea shops. Elizabeth!
Yeah.
Tia said that would be past my bedtime. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit, y'all.
It's almost 10:30. Where'd the night go?
It was in the Chinese restaurant. It was a long dinner. Elizabeth, are you having fun? Are you still up north? Let us know how that's going. Oh, 7-piece frog, it's good to see you. Don't be sorry. We're just popping on when we can. It's good to see you in Missouri.
Just talking about where we are in our 2-month journey. We're almost halfway through. Tomorrow we do get on a ship We get on the Scarlet Lady with Virgin Voyages, and we'll do the first of our three more cruises. Yeah.
Because in this vacation, it was 4 cruises. 4 cruises and 6 or 7 spots. Oh, Elizabeth just got home on Sunday. One more week off, and then you start back to school. That seems early.
It does seem early.
One anti-venom says, imagine the lives that have passed through a building that stood for 700 years.
And that's kind of like I try to feel that when I'm there. When we were having tea in that one, I was just trying to imagine, like, what it was like. And then, Kathy pointed out at one point, we were standing in the line waiting to go into the ghost shop, and she said, we would be getting, like, pee dumped on us if we were back in the day. From those top windows up there, probably. But what was it that they, CJ told us what they used to say, and I can't remember what it was.
Oh, there was a Scottish...
Yeah.
Something hurl, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, we were...
Hurl. Someone told us, somebody else too.
Yeah.
But for me, though, like, it was one of the things that was so interesting because it was a little bit warm that day. And I will say this, I'm shocked at the hardiness of the potatoes, and I am shocked at how hot 70 degrees feels here. There's a cool breeze, but when the breeze isn't there, the sun feels hotter than 70 degrees
it feels
where
weird.
we are.
It was really weird. The first time we were like, oh my God.
And it doesn't make sense, so I don't know what the reasoning behind it is. But going back to that, we were on the second of 3 floors, and this, you wait outside. There's not enough room in the little first floor for you to go in and get things. Mm-hmm. They come and they bring you your order.
So they come out and they get you, and then they take you up to your seat.
And it's a 1 person up or down, very narrow stairwell. So we went up there, and what got me, because I was like, oh, this is going to be hard. We're going to be up higher, and it's hot. The way the windows were, there was a breeze, right? And so
it was almost like it was specifically built that way so that the breezes happened, and it was really nice.
Mm-hmm. It was very nice. Like, I really thought we were just going to be cramped and unhappy, and I wasn't sure, and we waited too long. I waited too long to eat, so I was cranky, and it was beautiful, and they were so nice. The people who worked there were so nice. Like, I've always heard that people aren't necessarily as nice as when they're working for tips, but that's not what I found at all.
No, in fact, there was one time when I was paying for dinner, and the girl said, there's a service fee, there's a service charge. You don't have to keep that on there. If you would like, we can take that off. And I looked at it, and I was like, I don't feel like that's enough. And I said, I feel like I should be giving you more. And she said, oh no, this is fine. We're just really happy when people leave it there. And I was like, but I feel like I should give you more. And she said, no, this is fine. No, we're really happy with this. And I'm like, okay. And it was just hard for me because I felt like their service was so good that they deserved more than that. And I kept trying to get her to let me give her more. And she was just like, nope, not going to take it. So,
yeah.
It was just a whole different kind of...
Yeah, that's it. Gardy Lou. Gardy Lou. That is it. Which I think means, move out of the way, poop's coming.
But yeah, and then, it was interesting. And we did go around and we saw the big cathedral. We almost went on a ghost tour there. There was this guy who was he was dressed
slick.
He was slick, and he would just walk around in the shambles, and he was kind of dressed like, I would say, like a 1800s Undertaker kind of thing. And he would walk by, and he would kind of get in front of you, and he would pull this thing out of his jacket, and he would say, "Madam, you're invited." and he would just hand you this card, and the card was the ghost tour information.
And we would totally go on the
We
way
were just
back.
we were so tired both nights that we were like,
We
another
were,
hour. It was 66 minutes and 6 seconds is how long the tour would have been. But we were both just like, oh. And we had to walk back, and that was going to take us a while. So
yeah. But it was really, really fun. Oh, Randy says, when I boarded a ship in Amsterdam recently, the bag handlers would not take any tip money. Yeah.
It's a different culture, and it's and we are really happy to pay the service. I mean, we don't even blink twice at the service charges, and they all seem like they're embarrassed to even have the service
Well,
charge.
I just think a lot of people argue, and so they're also the Chinese restaurant we ate in tonight was as loud as a pub.
Oh my God, so
It was so loud. So one of the things that we've talked about, because like this morning in the pub, and it was quiet. It was nice. Last night, it's Friday night. We're going to their thing. Of course, they've got music going, talking. It was a little quieter when we came back today.
I think most people were outside tonight instead of inside.
Hanging out. But we've been a little surprised that it's louder than we expected it to be, because we thought Americans were the loudest, and now maybe not everywhere.
Maybe not. No,
It's not an end of a judgment, but
no. Things were much quieter in Edinburgh, and I felt like the pubs in York were quieter as well. The places that we went to in York.
yeah. Well, the places we went to in York too, except for that last night. The last night they had a pulled mushroom chili, which was really good. But it was like enough for all of us.
So much food.
It was too much food. And that was reasonable. So I don't know, maybe it's because we're just in a regular town and people are just having their weekend time out.
Yeah, maybe.
So we don't have enough information.
There was a lot of drinking going on in the Chinese restaurant behind us. A lot of drinking. You would have thought they were in a pub. I was wondering at one point if they were even getting food, because they just kept getting drinks and drinks and drinks.
CJ says, I think restaurant staff are better paid here, so not as dependent on tips. But they're still just as lovely, like really lovely. And yeah. So, I mean, I still say, and this happens to us a lot, because we try to be the nicest people that we can be at any given moment. And I find that because of that, people are usually nice back. But definitely our streak of nice people. I think we've had 2 cab drivers. I would say 1.5. Like the last guy, he was cranky when I was giving him a card. I'm pretty sure he added a few extra dollars when I said I was doing a card too.
He added like $2.
And I was like, And I tried not to get. If he hadn't moved us around so much, I wouldn't have cared. But
That was the guy that was slinging us all over the place.
And then there in Edinburgh, when we left the thing, Cheryl, it was a very tall man. And so first, what did he say? Something like, you effing put all your bags in one thing, because I put everything on so I could just move my little suitcase. I was getting ready to take it, but he took it already. And so he was kind of smart mouth, which was kind of funny. And then Cheryl moved something, wasn't paying attention, and basically the handle hit him in the man parts, and he was not happy. He was not happy about that. And then he was really, but then he started telling us all these places to go and stuff. He that's what he was, like a half.
Yeah. Well, then there was the guy. There was the guy in York who wanted to talk politics.
The cab driver.
The cab driver. He was just all interested in the current state of things in America, and
he wasn't really happy with me. Well, with me, because he's like, "Oh, I guess you're what
But
you
he
are.
said, you're not Republicans. We were like, no.
No. And he was a brown person. And I said, he's like, oh, but I hear things are going really well. And I'm like, they're rounding up brown people. So I don't think that would, if I were you, I wouldn't go there right now. But that wasn't even bad. I just felt like.
He was just curious and asking a lot of questions. I think we were the first Americans he had gotten in his cab. So.
Yeah. And so I don't mind answering the things. I mean, there's, he's in Scotland right now, and so the Scottish tend to not hold their tongue. So if you need some validation and you're feeling a little cranky, maybe go read some Scottish things today. If that's not your thing, then skip it. Mm-hmm. But it's 10 till 11. We're going to have to get up early so I can pack our little. We haven't unpacked much for this, but I'll have to pack a little bit. Get things together. I have no idea how long we've actually. I think we've been here like an hour and a half.
I have to try to find my leg razor before somebody thinks I'm a werewolf.
We'll find that on the boat. They're fine. They don't need to be looking at things they can't touch anyhow. My middle-aged call to arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the world does.
That's the general consensus we've been getting from.
So I was shocked when
this
this man was kind of like not necessarily feeling that way. I kind of felt like he was First, I thought maybe it was a trap, and then I'm like, "This is a trap we're not falling in."
Yeah.
And it was.
But the general consensus of everyone that we ran up to until that point has been basically. What are you guys doing over there? Like, what's going on? Everybody's just been severely concerned. And the guy from Australia that we met on the Cunard on the way over, he was just like, I have no clue. He said, I can't even begin to say what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah. So, and those of you who have different political views, you're welcome to them. We don't usually talk politics. It's just I'm tired. So.
And it's just it's part of our travel. It's just part of our travel.
It is coming up
a lot. So.
But it's very interesting. And Leanne, you're in Asheville looking for art. What are you getting? And what's Our Lady?
Oh, you want to look for Julie Armbruster?
Julie Armbruster is really great. There's a really cool kind of, I don't know how to say, I always think of it as independent artists, but all artists are independent that that's in downtown Asheville. She has
the horse and something.
But they have the coolest modern contemporary art.
Yeah, if you see a store that's called the Horse and Something, it's right in a main area. It's close to the square area, and there's a lot of popular restaurants right there that a lot of people go to, and it's right the Horse.
I don't know. We'll try and put it in there. She'll look.
Yeah, I'll look and see what it is, and I'll put it in there. But that particular store.
You're in the River Arts District. And she had a studio in the River Arts District. The big long building, I got flooded out. I don't know, at least some of the bottom people lost all their stuff in the first floor. She was on the second floor and didn't. So you might...
But she's really good. She's a sweet person too.
Oh my gosh, she's adorable. And I love it. Downtown art is more pricey. Well, we found her in that one. And then
it's not, that store, the prices are about, I think they're reasonable in there. We've gotten a lot of stuff in there.
It is.
Horse and Hero. Horse and Hero it's Horse and Hero.
And they have smaller stuff, and it's not all like museum quality.
Yeah, it's funky modern artsy kind of stuff. Lots of cartoony, not even cartoony, just kind of characters
It has some kind of. It's definitely illustrations, I would say, But I just love it. I love her style, Julie Armbruster. No, I agree with that, TS. Oh, Nan Davis. We'll have to look that up. I don't think we know Nan. All right, guys. I'm losing my voice, but not my chutzpah. So I'm going to see what I can get done, and I'm not going to let Cheryl pack until 1 o'clock in the morning and keep me up.
You know what? I just let her pack this last time, and it was kind of lovely. I didn't have to think about anything.
You
There was
still
no.
packed that backpack for a really long time.
Did I? I didn't think I did.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't taken hardly anything out of it, so it should be easy to go back together.
Okay, maybe we'll pack in the morning.
Yeah, we got
Instead
time.
of tonight. Yeah, it's a collective shop. Oh, thank you,
Thanks, Apple.
Horse-Hero, myshopify.com. I feel like they do a lot of younger, lesser-known artists, and there's a lot of really good quirky stuff, and we like quirky art.
And her stuff is just,
Aw,
it's
good to
just
see
very
you,
whimsical. She's actually the artist. I don't know if you guys remember, but when I had the special piece made for our bedroom, when I redid our bedroom as a surprise for Kathy, I actually commissioned a piece from her that she had done for us. That was one of the pieces that Kathy had really liked, and she actually did it much larger to go behind the bed. And she had it done on metal, and so
and she was very particular about how she mounted it because she did not want to
she
behead us.
Yeah, so
is what she said.
So she actually went to a friend who was a cabinet maker, and he made a special kind of hinge for it, like they do for cabinets, I guess. So I have to slide it on there, and so it won't fall off and chop our heads off.
So she's thoughtful too.
She's very thoughtful.
Yeah, and Inyo Appalachian Art and Craft, and I'm not even. It's just one of my favorite places to go because I know when I go in there, I'm going to find something that really calls for me. But
the first thing we ever bought from her, we bought in there was our zodiacs.
Yeah, she did really cute zodiac. She does. It's whimsical and a little weird and sometimes slightly creepy, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like ooh, scary creepy. The Gideon stuff is creepier.
The Gideon stuff is creepier, but like, I have one that's like a Ferris wheel. Remember I got the Ferris wheel one. It's got all these weird looking Ferris horse things and little creatures riding them. And then we have that other one that's kind of based on the Dante's 3 circles, but we only have one of the circles.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny.
So there's all I really like what she does, and I like their little expressions.
Yeah.
Hey, Joanne, it's good to see you. We've been here a while, and we're going to go to bed now because it is almost 11 o'clock here. But thanks for hanging out with us. This is just us checking in on the road. We'll see what it looks like as far as Virgin Internets.
Usually it's not too bad, especially in port, so we can probably do a little something.
We're going to try. We've never been in any of these ports, so it could turn out to be a frustrating experience, and it might turn out to be beautiful, like on the
But we
Cunard.
have 2 days in Amsterdam, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is. And if nothing else, maybe we can at least do a little live walk somewhere.
Yeah.
Leanne says, I'll post pictures of what we got on Heartbeat. Awesome. I'm banned for Facebook for now. I can see that. And Georgia says, have a safe trip home. Enjoyed your chat time. Thank you so much. And didn't Apple just say something? Did I miss that? I'm sorry if I missed something, Apple. Yeah, Amsterdam. Aww. We've missed you guys. Thank you so much. And we really are trying to check in as much as we can and say, hey. there will be a lot of videos coming after this. Hopefully we'll be getting them started.
Hopefully I'm going to get quite a few put up because, like, you spend a lot of time getting to know a ship and where things are and things like that. And it takes a lot of time and it kind of takes you a couple days to get acclimated. But we know this ship like the back of our hand. This is kind of like this is the third time that we've been on the Scarlet Lady. We even know all the current staff. Like,
So we should be good.
Like our favorite restaurant guys are still there. Our favorite folks in the Happenings cast are still there. So this is kind of like coming home kind of party. So I think we'll have a little bit more time that we don't feel like we have to run around and do stuff.
But we only have 2 sea days out of 11 days.
Yeah, so there's going to be lots of...
So we're going to be visiting places a lot, but we'll probably only be out and about for about 8 hours a day. Yeah. So we should be good. Anyhow, hopefully we will talk to you very soon. We're sending you all the best. Take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. And eat your potatoes.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you, CJ.